I have studied over 200 species across 14 planets. I have watched creatures evolve over millions of years into remarkably well-designed organisms. Efficient, resilient, adapted to their environments in ways that are genuinely impressive. Evolution, when it works, is elegant.
It is slow, yes.
It is ruthless, absolutely. Only a tiny fraction of life endures the ages. Humans almost got there. Almost.
Homo sapiens spent roughly 300,000 years evolving into one of the most adaptable, creative, and capable organisms I have encountered.
Strong enough to survive.
Smart enough to cooperate.
Social enough to build things that outlasted any individual.
Genuinely impressive work.
For hunting, gathering, moving, sleeping under actual sky dough.
They were nearly perfect.
Then, about 12,000 years ago, humans started building a completely different world.
And they forgot to check whether their body was coming with them.
If you enjoy watching someone from another galaxy try to make sense of all this, subscribe. Like this video if you've ever felt your ancient brain losing a fight with a Monday morning.
And comment. What part of modern life feels most wrong to you? I have a running list, and it is getting long.
Here is the situation as I understand it from the research station. Evolution is slow.
Genuinely, embarrassingly slow.
We are talking about tens of thousands of years to move a needle in any meaningful direction.
Natural selection does not respond to quarterly reports.
It does not care about deadlines. One small genetic adjustment takes hundreds of generations, sometimes thousands.
Civilization, on the other hand, moves fast.
Agriculture started about 12,000 years ago, tonyoning, roughly 400 human generations. The Industrial Revolution was 10 generations ago. Just 10. The smartphone was 1 generation ago. From evolution's perspective, the smartphone happened approximately 5 minutes ago. Evolution has not even processed the printing press yet. It's been waiting for millennia. And it's not alone. This is going to be a long lunch break. This is the core problem.
And it would be funny if the consequences weren't so visible in every corner of modern human life.
Your body is running hardware from the Stone Age. The software you're trying to run on it is from 2025.
The crashes are not bugs.
They are the expected output of a profound mismatch between what you were built for and where you actually live.
Let me give you some examples, because this is where it gets interesting.
Your stress system. This one is my favorite to study, mostly because it is so beautifully broken.
For hundreds of thousands of years, humans experience stress as a response to immediate physical danger. This activation is clean, fast, and purposeful.
A predator appeared. This is the input. Your body flooded with adrenaline and cortisol.
You ran or you fought.
The threat resolved, or one way or another, and yearned, and the stress system turned off.
Recovery. Reset. Ready for the next lion. Designed correctly. This is a magnificent system.
It is fast, efficient, and extremely effective at keeping you alive. When large things are trying to eat you.
The problem is that your body cannot tell the difference between a lion and a work email.
Physiologically, they are the same event. And your adrenal glands respond as if a predator just entered your peripheral vision.
Cortisol spikes. Heart rate rises. Muscles tense. Your body is ready to run or fight. Except there is nowhere to run.
And you cannot fight. Your inbox.
And the lion Pam, which in this case is a 3-sentence email pail, does not go away.
And tomorrow there are more emails. And the day after. Lion after lion after lion. None of them actual lions.
And your stress system running continuously at a level it was designed to sustain for minutes.
Now running for months.
Years. Entire careers.
Researchers at the University of Zurich published work in late 2025 describing this exact mechanism.
They noted that humans evolved to handle short bursts of intense stress, followed by recovery. What modern life delivers instead is continuous low-grade stress with essentially no recovery window.
On my planet, running a biological system this way without maintenance would be considered a basic engineering oversight.
On Earth, it is called a normal week. Sleep is another good one.
Humans evolved to sleep in sync with light and darkness.
The sun goes down. A cascade of biological signals begins.
For hundreds of thousands of years, this worked perfectly. Because the sun was the only light source after dark.
There was no option to be awake at 2 a.m. scrolling through images of other humans eating food.
The night was dark, and your biology took that seriously.
Now there are screens
Bright, blue light emitting screens.
that your ancient photoreceptors interpret as, it is noon and the sun is directly above you, do not sleep, stay alert.
You are staring at a rectangle of artificial noon at midnight.
And then wondering why you cannot fall asleep.
And then feeling terrible at 7 a.m. when an alarm.
Another invention. Evolution has not processed.
Rips you out of a sleep cycle your body needed 6 more minutes to complete.
I have observed humans describe this experience as insomnia.
And treat it as a medical condition requiring intervention.
It is not a medical condition.
It is a perfectly rational biological response to a deeply irrational environment.
Your body is doing exactly what it was designed to do.
It just wasn't designed for this. Then there is sitting. This one is almost comedic.
Humans evolved as one of the most endurance-capable animals on the planet. Short distance, the cheetah wins. But over long distances, the human keeps going, still going. The human body is structurally built for sustained movement. Walking, running, carrying, climbing. A genuine appreciation of good design.
The skeleton, the cardiovascular system, the musculature this part, all designed for the same purpose.
All optimized over millions of years for a life of near constant, low-level physical activity. This was not exercise. This was just existing.
The modern human, in many parts of the industrialized world, sits for 11 hours a day.
11, burning essentially 0 of the energy the body generates and is expecting to use. This is where the problems start. The body responds to this exactly as you would expect.
A system designed for constant movement to respond to 0 movement.
It starts to malfunction.
Cardiovascular disease, metabolic disorders, chronic back pain, anxiety, depression.
Conditions that were genuinely rare in hunter-gatherer populations, now endemic.
Not because humans became weaker. Because the environment humans designed for themselves stopped requiring them to do the thing they evolved to do.
The solution the modern world found for this, by the way, 45 minutes, going nowhere. And outside, so much space. And then go back and sit for another 8 hours. On my planet, this would be considered a very creative misunderstanding of the problem.
But I have to admire the effort.
There is a phrase I came across in a human psychology journal.
That I wrote down because it is the most accurate summary of the situation I have found.
You are running godlike software on Stone Age hardware.
The brain that learned language, built cities, composed symphonies, mapped the genome, and sent machines to other planets' Bannet. That brain is sitting inside a skull shaped by selection pressures from 300,000 years ago.
It is stressed by notifications.
Evaluating. Social threat detected. Trivial internet comment category is your fight or flight system protecting you from a predator that is not there.
The comparison you make when you scroll through other people's lives
is your status tracking instinct doing its job.
In an environment where you can now see the highlights of 8 billion people simultaneously,
rather than the 30 people in your immediate tribe.
None of these are failures of willpower.
None of them are personal weaknesses.
They are the entirely predictable outputs of a very old system running in a very new world.
The system worked,
The world changed faster than the system could follow.
and the gap between the two is where most of modern human suffering lives. The most interesting part of this, from a research perspective, is that humans know this. The science is not new. The mismatch hypothesis has been documented, replicated, and published.
Researchers are calling for cities to be redesigned, for nature to be treated as public health infrastructure.
For the relationship between the biological and the built environment to be taken seriously.
Whether any of that will happen quickly enough to matter is a different question.
Evolution is waiting.
It is very patient.
It has been doing this for billions of years and has no particular investment in the outcome for any specific species. Your body is not broken.
It is correct.
The world you built around it is the variable.
The question of whether humans will adjust the world to fit the animal, or continue adjusting the animal with medications, apps, supplements, and productivity systems to fit the world bound.
That one I genuinely do not know the answer to yet.
I will keep watching.
This species is never boring. Still figuring it out. Fascinating.